Welcome to another episode of the Neg Entropy Chronicles. I'm back with another video, so do what it shows on the screen and click that notification bell to be alerted anytime I drop a new video. So, Derrick Jaxn, the final assessment. Now, let me be honest, I'm not going to spend a lot of time as in regards to just bashing him, calling out everything he did wrong, because there are plenty of videos for that. I mean, these people are murdering him. I mean, from mediocre tutorial reviews, to Chiseled Adonis, to, all due offense, to just plenty of comedians online. It is just one of the greatest explosions of people uniting together against the common enemy. I mean, I don't know if you could call it that, but I think this was one of those moments where the I told you so's and the Kevin Hart's are you done? Are you done? I mean, are you done? Those type of people are finally like, yes, now you can see what we were talking about. All of this stuff you women been talking about this man for a decade is now been revealed. But my assessment of him is that he's a hustler that got caught. A person that, when they talk about people who go too hard on one thing probably are doing the exact same thing. That's why they have so much animosity and energy towards it, right? You hear that sometimes. But what I can say is that, and let me be clear, I don't like this guy. Like, I'm not a big fan of him at all. I've never liked his pandering, but I can say some of the stuff he said was good information. Anybody that tries to act like that isn't the case is just blinded by the fact that they just did not like him, because you got to look at it from every angle. Right or wrong, was he right about certain stuff he was saying? Yes. Some dudes might have been looking at it like, man, he's snitching and, pulling a Steve Harvey or whatever, but no, he had some good information in there. It was just when he overdid it is when I just was like, all right, I don't care for that information. He just overdoing it. But what I look at when I see him, I'm like, oh, he making young dude mistakes. You know what I mean? Like, he's making those mistakes where, okay, you finally coming into one, probably getting to a look that's more suitable for women. Your demeanor's different. You're getting a little more swag to the way you move. Everything is starting to hit a pinnacle. Now you've got all these followers 5 years in, because he started at 22 when I looked at the timeline and all of that. So you started at 22, 27, you making some headway in your business, all of that, and then the girl you've been messing with on and off, which he made a video about, talking about his wife, she gets pregnant, so he like, oh man, so he does this, he marries her, tries to be legit in that aspect, marries her, but he married her, in my opinion, I don't think it was for the right reasons, whether she was pregnant or if it was for his business. You could tell something wasn't right, otherwise he wouldn't have been fooling around. And per his explanations in his video about how he looks at things, right? We're just going strictly based on what he says. So he's made young dude mistakes, marries a woman too early, still trying to figure out what he's trying to do. He's making all this money. He's got women after him, because let's not act like he's just pursuing these women. There are obviously women after him too. Otherwise, this wouldn't be able to go down. You can't just hit chicks up and be like, yo, what's cracking? And somehow you get them, but they ain't want you either. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is a two-way. This is, both of these people are accountable. Unless he lies the 100% all the way, then I can't talk about that. Then those women are not held accountable. But the ones that knew whether he was separated or getting a divorce, per his own videos, like, hey, if a man say he on the verge of getting divorced or he's separated, don't deal with him, because he can always go back to her, which is true. He wasn't lying. I guess they just didn't watch that particular video when he was spitting this game to them. I don't know, but when you listen to their interviews, they really didn't care one way or another. They said it, but at the end of the day, they was like, oh, it was just casual anyways. You get what I'm saying? So I don't look at them the same way, because me and one of my friends, she hit me up. I was going to say homegirl, but sometimes it don't sound too pleasant. But she hit me up like, yo, I seen this video you said about side chicks. I'm like, okay, cool. What did you think? She was like, I don't agree with it. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's have this conversation. I like good conversations. So as we're talking about it, by the end of the conversation, it was just a LOL at the end, because we both got each other's standpoint. Like, I didn't look at them as innocent once they knew what was going on. Yeah, she may not be living there, but that's still his wife. If you watched any of his videos, he made it clear don't be messing with those type of dudes, but they did it anyways. So if you listen to the actual interviews, and as they continue to talk, you wouldn't feel sorry for them at all. Actually, they would probably irritate you. And you'd be like, see, whatever. I don't even know why they talking about their stuff. Because when they're trying to expose him, they're not making themselves look good in the conversation either. They actually make themselves look just as bad because the moment that they knew what was going on, they stayed with him. But that's not the point. This is about Derrick Jaxn. And Derrick Jaxn is truthfully a scumbag. A good hustling scumbag, because even when he's doing the most recent videos, he's still plugging his book. And I gotta give him credit for being a scumbag with the hustle mind at all times. I'm sorry, I gotta give him that credit, because we always talk about hustlers and hustlers and hustlers. This man is caught in the middle of a scandal, not even at the end of it, in the middle of it, and still like, yo, go buy my book though. That is pure fire. Gotta respect it, but he's still making young dude mistakes instead of sitting down, being quiet, waiting it out, let the fire draw out, because in a couple weeks ain't nobody gonna care about him no way, because they're gonna get all their memes out, they gonna get everything out. All he gotta do is get him a PR person, figure a way to come back strong, because everybody loves a redemption story. Because he can even be like, man, look, I panicked. I started to devolve in front of y'all because I was trying my best to control a situation that I could not control. And instead of just owning up to it, I went ape trying to cover it up. What man don't you know ain't gonna try to cover it up before it gets too bad? If you're already out here cheating, you're gonna go hard and doing stupid stuff instead of just being like, look, this is what it is. Like I said in a video a long time ago when I first started this page, I talked about Kevin Hart and how he beat the side chick by releasing his own information, talking about everything. She couldn't even write a book. She couldn't make money off of it. She couldn't do anything because he jumped ahead of it and just got it all out there so nobody could use anything against him. This is where this dude failed. This is where he made young dude mistakes by trying to just keep covering it up, knowing darn well that these people are going to come out. I mean, come on now. This is the age of the internet. I'm surprised that with his position and being in the social media realm, got his face everywhere, all of that, and people know he married, that he was still trying to bag these females and not thinking that it wasn't going to come back and get them. That's what surprised me the most. But I'm not truly judging. I'm just saying my final assessment. He showed in this particular situation, when you dislike something so hard, like over the top, where you can't even see a middle ground to it, there's a possibility you may actually be that person. You may envy that person, or there's something within you that you don't like and you're projecting it on them. Then also you see what happens when someone's in that position where they're getting caught, and the links that they'll go to try to cover it up, i.e. gag orders, calling them saying you better not talk to nobody and all of this stuff, just to keep this stuff from coming to light. And I'm telling you, the only reason he got into this position is when he started talking about religion, God, and using God's name like he did. And I think that's why he got exposed, because he pushed it too far. He just kept going and doing the most, and he had to get told to sit down. I mean, that's how I look at it. That's why you don't play with certain things. And I think he got a little too cocky headed and went too far in these realms, thinking that he was going to get to, I don't know, the power. He got too power hungry. The egotistical aspect got to him and he lost it. But, you know, he just need to sit down and be quiet for a while, and maybe people will come back and rock with him after that. I don't know. I mean, I was never rocking with him to begin with, but maybe people will, you know. Like I said before, everybody loves a redemption story. So we'll see how it goes. But I want to shout out everybody who's made it this far through the video. Much love. Always appreciate your support. Be on the lookout for more videos. I got one dropping with my brother. We still looking up the stuff we're going to talk about, because it might be off the chain, a bunch of laughter, just randomness. But be on the lookout. All right, everybody. Peace.